Hi guys, welcome aboard Ohana. I'm Captain Brian.
And I'm Chef Jessie.
Thank you, guys. So, what inspired you to join the yachting industry here in the Virgin Islands?
I grew up in Connecticut, right on Long Island Sound, but it wasn't really until I went to the University of Rhode Island where I joined the sail club. I just fell in love with sailing. When I graduated, I felt like I was just working to sail, so after a while, just got enough of it. I like to say that I traded frozen dock lines for warm Caribbean seas. I sold everything and bought a boat down here, sailed through the Caribbean a couple of years, and found United States Virgin Islands to be my home.
Yeah. So for me, I was born and raised in Johannesburg in South Africa. So it was a bit of a surprise or a shock that I decided to become a dive instructor. But before I could leave, I graduated with a marketing and graphic design degree, and I headed over to Thailand where I got my instructors, and on my way back I stopped in the Seychelles for a year and found some friends there, and they introduced me into the yachting industry. So yeah, I kind of kicked off from there, and I've been in the BVI now for 7 seasons, so definitely fell in love with the BVI.
Very cool. So, can you guys share a memorable story from one of your charters?
Yeah, so this is a few years back, a Christmas charter. We were on the east end of St. John, and we just had an amazing sail up there, and ended up over in Hanson Bay, where it was just a magical night. We had this no moon night, so we took the guests over to another bay close by, and the no moonlight gets you this wonderful, amazing experience when you put your hand in the water and you can see these bioluminescent creatures. The other beach that we were going to, we set up a local fire dancer, so we got this everything that St. John could offer. This secluded anchorage, as well as this local fire dancer, and these bioluminescents that only come around every once in a while, and it was just a magical experience.
I see that. And then I think one of the most memorable charters I've had, we had a bunch of kids on board, and we went over to one of my favorite spots, Sandy Key, and we decided to set up a treasure hunt. So we created a little treasure chest. We went onto the island, we buried it, and then we created a treasure map for the guests, and they absolutely loved it. It was like a giant real life scavenger hunt, and even the adults got involved, so it was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, what are some of your favorite activities to do with guests on board?
I'll be your mixologist for the week, so I really like teaching guests how to make certain cocktails. My favorite cocktail is this mint margarita, which can be done as a cocktail or a mocktail. It's really refreshing, so when the guests come up from swimming or paddleboarding, it's just a really nice, refreshing drink. And I like to show everyone how to make it, either mojitos or the mint margaritas, and we can just do a class and we can taste all of the drinks and how you guys prepare them, and we can vote who's the best.
Captain's cocktail.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I love, obviously depending on the guest, I love to kind of set up a culinary experience. So I've done pizza making classes before, we've done sushi making classes, and then one of my favorites, especially during the Christmas and New Year's time, is making sugar cookies and guests getting to ice their own cookies. Yeah, we've also done a gingerbread cookie house before, which was pretty cool as well. So yeah, I guess enjoy that on board.
Very cool. So, let's talk about the boat a little bit. What is your favorite feature about the boat?
My favorite feature is the projector screen. It's really unique because it's an outdoor projector screen. So having a movie night or even just watching some sports out there, it's just really an unforgettable experience. It's something that you don't really see on most boats in the way that it's set up. We have a large aft cockpit, and it really just brings you kind of like the camaraderie between everyone on board.
Yeah, I think one of the other things to mention, we have a down galley, so I'm down in the galley, the kitchen, on a boat, and we have this beautiful, spacious saloon area for guests to hang out. And it's one of the most incredible things when a guest first arrives on the boat. They walk through the door and they kind of can't imagine, they can't experience how incredible the space is, and yeah, just to enjoy each other's company but still have the space to sit at different parts of the boat.
And the view from when you're inside
The view.
in the vessel. It's just a 360-degree view. It's amazing.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Definitely. All right, so what hidden gem or lesser known spot do you like to take guests to on charter?
I mean, I honestly love Anegada. Just getting up there, it's probably one of my favorite sails. This boat is particularly fast, so I mean, for a catamaran, moving this boat at 10, 11 knots is just an exhilarating experience. And then when we get to Anegada, there's a shuttle car that brings us over to Anegada Beach. So Anegada Beach Club, there's a beautiful walk. That walk from Anegada Beach Club over to Tipsy's, it brings you to one of just the coolest bars. It's just very charming. It's very Caribbean. It's very authentic. And it's personally one of my favorite activities and spots to go to.
Yeah, definitely. And then I think for me, the lesser known spots, Brian and I have managed to find the cut that goes through 2 reefs into a very small anchorage, because you can only fit about 2 or 3 boats there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's right in front of one of my favorite restaurants in Virgin Gorda. So it's nice for us to kind of pull in there. We have the space, and then if the guests are interested to go for dinner ashore, that's awesome. But it's such a nice spot to wake up in the morning. So.
Sounds awesome. All right, so when it's not charter season, what do you guys like to do in the summer?
I'm an avid skier, so one of my favorite experiences skiing, it was going over to Jackson Hole. I thought the mountain was just amazing, but we were really blessed with this awesome snowstorm, and we got the opportunity to go on a helicopter skiing trip. So we took an hour drive out of Jackson into Idaho, and just this ineffable experience of being in a helicopter, skiing on fresh powder with some of my best friends. I mean, it's something that I will never forget.
Yeah, I mean, definitely off season. We're so lucky that we get to experience this Caribbean weather for 10 months of the season, and then 2 months we get to kind of explore the world. And I love to travel. I normally go somewhere cold, because after having summer all year, it's nice to kind of have a change of climate. This past year I went on a solo road trip around Iceland, and that was just absolutely one of the most incredible experiences. So yeah, travel would be there.
Definitely. Sounds so cool. All right, so just let's describe one of your favorite dishes and why you guys love it, and also who or what influences your cooking style.
Yeah, so I think one of the standout dishes that we have on board, I make a 5-spice duck breast. I normally serve it with Asian noodles, roasted butternut and beets, and steamed bok choy, and then some homemade radish crisps on top. Guests love it. The recipe was actually given to me by a local BVI guy. He is a friend of mine that started a bar, and every week he would do a culinary special, and one week he decided to make ramen noodles. And I know we get ramen in the States, but we don't really get that experience down here, and I miss it so much, so it was such a treat. And I decided to ask him for the recipe. I've obviously adjusted it because it takes 6 hours to make the broth. And that's just a little bit insane on charter. So I've adjusted it for charter, and yeah, guests seem to really, really enjoy the specialty duck that we have. And then my culinary influence, I think I'd have to say my mentor and previous boss, Brett Nassi. He runs a super yacht culinary academy in Cape Town, South Africa. And I guess as I'm cooking, I hear him in the back of my mind telling me kind of what to do, and he's such a talented chef that it was just, I've learned so much from him over the years, and yeah, I think he definitely inspires me, and it's given me some great inspiration throughout the years. So, yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you both for sharing all that.
Cool.
Well, thanks for listening, guys. We hope to see you on Ohana soon.
Thanks. Bye.